Hello everyone. I'd like to take a few minutes to discuss our fourth assignment, research methods and the logic model. And while this particular assignment may seem like it's very simplistic and can be done pretty quickly, it's important to pay particular attention to the nuances necessary to effectively explain the methodology that you're going to use for your research paper. Obviously, the first thing you'll want to do is consider your unit of analysis, whether you're looking at nonprofit organizations in California, local governments in California or across the nation, states, what have you. But you want to explain the unit of analysis that you're describing and that you are trying to evaluate a specific area of change. You also want to discuss your sample, your population, from where you're looking to obtain your results, or in some ways your independent variables. But are you looking at, again, residents in California, residents in San Bernardino County, people from around the country, around the world? So make sure that that is clear as well. And then when it gets to your analytical methods, obviously the things that you'll want to look at is whether it's primarily a qualitative study or a quantitative study or mixed methods. But before doing that, consider your research question. And as you examine your research question, think about the answer that you're seeking to achieve. What are you looking to investigate? What are you looking to research? And when you ask yourself those questions, then you'll be better equipped to answer the methods that are best suited to deliver you those questions or those answers. So think about your research question and what you're trying to achieve, and then think about how best to answer that research question. And that will undoubtedly tell you whether it's going to be primarily a quantitative study, a qualitative study, or a mixed method study. But you need to have a firm understanding on what your purpose is. Now, the research methodology, or the methodology section, oftentimes is one of the longest sections of the research paper, and in many ways because it's so detailed. So I shouldn't say it's the longest; it's just one of the most detailed sections of the paper. So as you're writing it, take in consideration the points I've just mentioned. Read it and reread it a few times to make sure that it makes sense, and then maybe have someone else read it who doesn't have any idea on what the research is that you're conducting, and see if that person can fully understand what you're trying to articulate. Finally, I've also uploaded an article I've written a couple years ago, and I'd like to direct you to the research methods section. I think it's on page 6 or 7, and just take a look at that to get some ideas on what is typically included in the methodology section of a